going? Welcome back to the channel. Alrighty, so this is your July mid-month reading for 2022. And I'm going to start this off by just saying a big old I'm sorry for being so negligent with the individual sign readings for all of this year, basically. Um, Life has been chaotic, and I know that's not an excuse, but I had a lot going on. I really, really did. I had some, deaths in the family and stuff like that that I, you know, had to take care of me first. I had to take care of my family first. So I had to kind of put a lot of components of my channel on the back burner. I still maintained the Sunday night all signs readings, but now I'm going to be able to add a little bit more time to my channel, and I will be bringing back the individual sign readings as you see right now. So this is the middle of the month, so I'm starting off with a mid-month reading. Now normally the individual sign readings would begin at the beginning of the month, and we would do a mid-month bonus reading, which kind of picks up on any energies that we may have missed in the original reading at the beginning of the month. And anything that might have been missed, any new energies that need to come forward or anything like that. And from there you have two readings to help you kind of navigate through whatever you might be going through. And what else? So, we also started a new segment on the channel called Tarot Live on Location, and I just did my first one, um, like 2 weeks ago, less than 2 weeks ago, at Universal Studios Hollywood. So it was at a theme park. I just did an all signs reading because it was my first one. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to handle it or what I was going to be up against. And the whole thing is to be able to do it on, like, in a location where you're going to have elements of, having noise distractions and people or situations or anything like that. So it can either be a whole fun, hi Lisa, hi Charmaine, or it can be like a total disaster. But either way, we're going to do it, right? So this week, tomorrow night, in San Diego, California's Old Town at the El Camposanto Cemetery, late at night. So we're gonna just kind of see if the spirits are gonna, you know, make me nervous, or is there gonna have an impact on the reading? How's it gonna go? So I'm excited to do it. It should be fun. Uh, so that's pretty much the latest news with the channel. I know I'm behind on a bunch of videos and stuff like that, but they will come out as they come out. That's the best I can tell you for right now. And the other thing I wanted to mention was scheduling personal readings. So I know I used to kind of let people just kind of message me at their whim about scheduling a personal reading and stuff like that on various social medias or whatever, because I'm pretty active on Twitter, Instagram, and all that. But I'm no longer accepting, or will be scheduling anything regarding personal readings on any of my social medias. The only way to schedule a personal reading with me is listed in the description box below. That's all the information you're going to need to schedule your personal reading. So the reason I'm doing that is because, number one, it keeps people from having to deal with fake accounts. And I've had people have to deal with them lately where they have scheduled personal readings and even paid for them, and they were not readings done by me because it was not my social media. My social medias are all listed in my link tree below as well. Those are the only social medias I have. If you were reached from anywhere else, those are not me. And I apologize to anybody that's had to deal with anybody impostering me in any regard. So if you should need to schedule a personal reading, there's an email address in the description box below, and I will get back to you relatively quickly and we'll get you all set up. So the second reason I'm doing it this way is ease access to my scheduling software, so that way I'm on time and proficient and everything's organized and all that for the readings. So I don't like things being chaotic where it's like, oh my gosh, this didn't get put in, and it's because somebody I messaged on Twitter and all that. And I was like, okay, so sorry, the scheduling software didn't quite, it didn't save or whatever, but my Outlook is, connected directly to my scheduling software, so everything is just so much more easy. So once again, to schedule a personal reading, everything's in the description box below. So down there. And I think that is everything, you guys. So let's go ahead and get Libra's July mid-month reading started. I think we've shuffled quite a bit here. All right, so let's get this going. Messages for Libra for July 2022. I cannot believe we're already in July. Like, we're almost done with July. That's insane. It moved. We're taking it. All right, Libra, what's going on this month? Looks like some craziness. Okay, those two came out, so I'm going to take them together. And bottom of the deck, energy, Queen of Cups. So being emotionally stable at this time is going to really be important. Okay, just hold your breath and hold on for the ride is what I'm getting from this. Trying to make it to where you can see. I'm going to just show it. Those were both the cards. I'm going to take them as a story together for this placement. So, hey, my pineapple. So, well, hopefully you're having a safe trip, Adam, and everything's going well. So, you guys, Libra. All right. It looks to me that there is a situation. Now, people can take the Three of Pentacles as a third-party situation, meaning, like, if you're in a relationship, this could be, like, somebody, doing the little cheaty cheat, creepy creep. But what I'm getting from this is not so much, like, being cheated on as to where you're bringing back, you're still living with your ex in mind, or your lover or somebody is bringing in a former person into the mix, something that didn't quite end yet, or what should have ended didn't end. Okay, so this could be a cheating situation, but it's definitely with somebody that was already in somebody's life. All right, and you got the Tower card, so there is some chaos. Things are falling apart. You're ready to just end this situation. If they didn't want to end it, you're like, I will do it for you. All right, so you can take your drama and your craziness and your third party situation hoopla and go away. But in doing so, you're like, okay, yay, I got rid of the situation with this person, or the situation with this situation. I got rid of that past energy and this nastiness that I didn't want involved with. But it's not making the situation better. You thinking, like, being a Libra, you're like, okay, you know what, you didn't want to end what I told you to end, and you want to bring more crap into our world that I told you to get rid of. You're like, fine, I'm done with it. And you're trying to maintain your cool, but you know what, it's lightening up your load, I will say that much, but it's still, like, how can I word this? For a certain group of Libras, this is going to be easier than you thought it would be. Okay? But for another group of Libras, it's like, you know what, this shouldn't be this easy. Like, there's something going on. And you thought that this was going to lighten the load, but at the same time, there's still some, like, lingering thoughts about this. Like, this was unnaturally easy for you to do. And the reason I say that is that Page of Cups in the reverse. Now, this could mean, like, you're anticipating this person, like, coming back with a really shitty apology, and they don't have one. But at the same time, you're like, I don't give a shit, because I know who I am, I know what I deserve, and I'm really proud of myself, and I'm the stable one here. I'm the one that knows what I should be doing and what's up, and that's what I'm getting from this. And you should be proud of yourself. You should really definitely be proud of how well you have handled things and how well you've come out of this. And I think that's where that emotional, where you're just really well emotionally grounded, and you understand why this is happening, and you're kind of actually understanding yourself better as a result of this. You're like, glad you put up the boundaries. and that you're holding up those boundaries. For some reason, maybe this is just not a normal thing for you. Maybe you're like, I normally let people walk on me a little bit more than this. And what I'm getting from this situation is you're like, no, I'm actually quite proud of my emotional stability in all this. So let's get some clarifiers going for this reading, Libra. Pardon my shaky camera. Normally, I do not do the individual signs as lives. Normally, I do these as like a pre-record. But because I'm so far behind, I thought, hey, if I do it as a live, I don't have to edit. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to upload it. It's just going to go up there and get the messages out a little bit quicker to the people since these are kind of behind. So I think I will do the beginning of the months as a pre-record, and then the bonus readings we might do live. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I just told my husband bye. Well, it doesn't have to be his reading. I mean, it could be, and that's another thing, to the Libras out there that are like, this is not my reading. Okay, cool. That happens sometimes. These are general readings for the collective, and they may not resonate with everybody. So if that is the case, go ahead and check with your moon and rising sign, as those may resonate better with you. And if not, maybe it's just not your month to read with me, and that's totally okay. Go ahead and check back with one of the all signs readings or something, as that might resonate even better with you, because these are general. They will be for specific Libras or specific persons to the sign. And certain components may resonate and not other parts. Take what resonates and leave the rest, is what I always say. So, with that being said, because we cannot have my paranormal Polynesian mad at his husband. But you know what? Hey, this doesn't have to be a lover situation. This could be something to do with work too, because pentacles aren't always love based. This is definitely could be something in the work relationship where you're like, you know what? They're not valuing me in the job that I'm doing, or whatever the situation is, because we're thinking too much in the past and we're not ready to go forward. Could be that. Sometimes this type of reading can also mean like, they're not valuing you at a job and you're like, bye, see ya. It just could, or it could be a friendship situation. It doesn't have to be a romantic love interest. So always keep that in mind. It may resonate in a different capacity for you. So if it does, it does. But let's go ahead and clarify some things. So let us clarify that Three of Pentacles for certainty. Okay. Got the Chariot card. Seven of Cups. And the Hermit card. Alrighty. So to the specific Libra that might have been looking for a new home, a new movement, new place, like new adventures, new move forward movement, like could be job, like I said, it could be maybe you're planning to do a physical move and you're looking for options right now with that. And you've got a lot of them, but at this time you're like, hang on, I want to see what's going to happen. I don't want to make a move just yet. You're going to kind of recluse back, even though you have a lot of options in this situation. You're going to kind of take a step back and be like, I'm going to use my best judgment, but I'm going to wait a second. I'm not going to go into this hot fire, right? You're going to sit there and be like, all right, if there's some options on the board, I want to see how these play out for me. I'm not going to play the gamble. I want the gamble to play for me. That type of energy is what I'm seeing. So let's clarify the Tower card for Libra this month. Why is the Tower card in this spread? Two cards popped out. Okay, so where you have the Six of Wands in the upright here, you have it in the reverse here, and you also have the Justice card in the reverse. So something... Okay. Six of Wands in reverse. So this to me is shady shit. Well, obviously with the Tower card, come on. Somebody's doing some shady shit that is just like, you know what? You're just like all in it for your fucking self. Pardon my language. And yet, for some reason, you have the Two of Pentacles, which is a balance. If this is a work related issue, um, somebody's getting found out that they were, you know, being a little bit shady. This could be, somebody who embezzles, that type of thing. Maybe somebody was embezzling or stealing from you. Do you have a friend out there that, you trust a little too much, or maybe you've done something, because it could be family member, something like that. Is somebody getting into your piggy bank behind your back? You might be finding that stuff out. You might be like, what, this person, I get this is more partnership based. So if you're in a business cohesion with somebody, or somebody's trying to offer you some type of monetary partnership, they're not in it for your financial gain. They're in it for their own. Hey, Julie, sweetie, how are you? They are totally like in it for themselves, and they're seeing you as like, you've got money, you've got, brains, and you're blah blah blah. They're gonna, gussy you up really really well, and they're just like, yeah, I'm wanting this from you, but you're smarter than that. There is a level of you that is a lot more intelligent than this fool, and that's why you find out. That's why you find out, okay? And if this has to do with the, business component, this is the dodge the bullet type card, all right? And you're like, you know what? I'm glad I did not go forward. This is what I'm getting from this. I'm so glad I didn't. I went with my gut instinct and didn't listen to this fool, like that type of thing. And that's why you're coming out with these three cards right here, which is amazing. All right. So let's go ahead and clarify that Page of Cups in reverse, just for certainty's sake. Clarify this Page of Cups. Yeah, you know what? I know I started off as this being a relationship reading, and there might be certain Libras out there that really does apply to, but there is definitely a lot of Pentacle energy, and this person's a stalker too. Alright, they're like, okay, for the lovers people, this person is not going to come back with his little apology or anything like that. Doesn't want to work on the relationship or anything, but is definitely going to be stalking you. All right, or you might be stalking them, but you're anticipating them to come forward. For whatever reason, I kicked that one out of there. Ooh. You're anticipating them to like do the work and come forward, but they're going to be watching you. I'm getting it's a person watching you, but you might be, there might be somebody out there that is like, oh my gosh, I'm going to pay attention to. Hey, bro, how's it going? Love you. There's going to be somebody out there that's like, I'm watching you to see how well you're doing, and then I'm going to decide if I want to come forward, but it really does look like they are. But with that Page of Wands energy, like that's that like, fuckboy energy. It's meant to mess with your head. It's nothing serious, and that's why it's like you got that Page of Cups, because they're not emotionally involved. It's just for the sake of ego, if anything. All right. Now, in the business capacity, Libra, that we're reading for, you might sit there, this person, you might sit there and be like, you know what, I found out all your shit, and they're still going to live in that illusion, like that they really offered you something amazing, and they're going to keep their eye on you for certainty. And they're just like, you know what, they're going to try to take credit for you doing better for some reason. That's what I'm getting from that. So let's get some advice moving forward for you, Libra, in this situation, or maybe just in general, because I don't know if you need too much advice moving forward from this, because it looks like you're doing pretty good wanting to move forward from it on your own. So let me get a couple shuffles in for that advice moving forward. And then we will pull your letters and numbers charms to see if any initials or numbers pop up that kind of resonate or anything like that, or just make some extra sense to you. It's just a little fun way to close things off. Maybe for those of you that play the lottery, those numbers help. Alrighty, so Libra, let us get some advice moving forward. Bright new beginnings right off the bat, the Sun card. So whatever that situation was, you are not Three of Swords in reverse. You are like, you know what, I'm so, like, it was such a good thing for you. It's like, it's not even painful. You thought it would be more painful than it was. Like, you're almost afraid of how unpainful it was to get past that. But you know what I will say? You've got the Death card in reverse. So unfortunately, the situation with that person is not entirely going to be done. I think they're still going to try to make their rounds on things. And you got the Emperor card right here. This could be like something to do with a boss situation. And if it's the lover thing, it's like they're so narcissistic they think like they can just come and go as they please. But, especially with narcissists, you know that they always watch you. They always stalk you. It doesn't matter how long it's been. You're going to still take up real estate in their mind, even if only for them to sit there and be like, that effing blah, 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 blah was horrible. They're still going to run your name through their mouths just because they don't ever let go of anything. So for the lovers component, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but they're definitely going to stick around and try to reoccur at some point. Something is going to reoccur. I don't know if it's a relationship, blah blah blah, but something. But you got a bright new beginning. You got a bright new beginning that moves you past this former heartache. Don't drink spoiled milk. Okay, don't go back to this. Like, you know better. Alrighty, so that's the advice moving forward for you, Libra. Let's get your charms and see if we can get something to kind of make a little sense for you, a little extra something, or maybe we got the winning lottery numbers. And if you do, I expect a tip. Alrighty, so there is your letters and numbers for this reading. You've got a couple of ones. You've got like 4 ones, 5 ones, an 8, and a 4. And then you've got L, E, O, U, N, A, V, and X. Keep that X behind you. Alrighty, Libra. Thank you so very, very, very much for joining me on your reading for this month. We will be starting back up with the full readings at the beginning of August. Once again, if you want to schedule a personal reading, all that information is in the description box below. Hopefully I will see you this Tuesday, aka tomorrow night, for the Tarot Live on location at the El Campo Santo Cemetery in Old Town San Diego. And also make sure that you are subscribed and you turn on that bell notification, because I'm always uploading something. And we also go live every Sunday evening, typically between 7 and 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, to do a live all signs reading. And that is that. Once again, thank you so, so very much. Stay amazing. Stay awesome. Your message was loud and clear to you, but it's a very positive message nonetheless. Even though you're going to go through some stuff, you still are going to have a beautiful outcome. So I will hopefully see you sometime between now and forever. And in the meantime, stay blessed, don't stress, and get you some sun. All right? Take care.